Hey guys, what's up? It's theidestiny. Welcome back, and today I'm actually doing my winter favorites. I would say there's like a good amount of items kind of like in each category: beauty, books, clothing, food. I kind of have a little bit of everything for you guys today, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. First things first, as you guys know that have been kind of like watching my channel for the past few weeks, I've mentioned this sweater / worn this sweater probably about maybe 3 or 4 times. I was maybe at least, and that's this sweater right here. This one that I got from Target. I actually mentioned this in my winter thrift haul that I just posted, so I'm gonna link that up here for you guys to check out. So I've just been wearing this so much. In California right now, the weather has been like fluctuating from super hot to extremely cold, and it's kind of like that flu season for everybody. So I've just loved wearing this and just staying cozy and wrapped up and kind of feeling like I'm in a blanket. Next, clothing wise, I mentioned this in my winter thrift haul as well, and that is this shirt here by Gap. I got this at my local thrift store. I feel like this is one of those ribbed long sleeves that you hope to kind of find when you go shopping, but usually get distracted by something else and end up buying that instead. Shoes. Okay, when I bought these shoes, I know you guys haven't seen these in a minute, but when I got these shoes, I was so excited, and then I got them and they kind of just sat in my closet. So, but I don't know, there was like this burning desire to like want to wear them, but I was just kind of like, okay, well, I mean, they're glitter and they're shiny and, you know, they're embroidered. Like, what do I wear these with? How do I wear these? How do I want to do it? And I feel like I wore them, I wore these Christmas Day to actually one of our family's get-togethers that we had, and after that it's just kind of been like whatever I can pair these with, I'm just like throwing it on. Like I wore these to the last fashion show that I went to. I'll link that up here, and I was just like, any opportunity that I get to step out in these boots, like I'm gonna do it because they're just that fabulous. Like they could literally make an entire outfit if you have on something so simple. All right, and then these ones, just because the weather has been fluctuating so much, I've gone back to wearing my Shelley's of London, kind of like, they kind of remind me of like geisha platforms a little bit, just kind of like the whole cut of them and everything. But these shoes are just so comfortable, and I feel like they're very, like, for a sandal, they're just, I don't know, they just add that really cool bit of edge to all the different outfits that I've been wearing with them. I've been throwing these on to run errands. I've been throwing these on to meet up with people, have different meetings, and just all around town. I feel like I just keep going back and grabbing these over and over again. All right, next. Tea. As some of you know, I am a tea fanatic. I love tea. I go all in for tea. I'm a huge loose leaf tea fan. So, as some of you guys know, Teavana has gone out of business, which is devastating to me. One of their like top customers. I was always on the website. I was always in the store. I was always shopping. I have multiple of their teapots and tea accessories and all that sort of stuff. But one of the teas that they had on sale was actually their winter berry, and this is a green tea blend. It has like bits of fruit in it, and it just smells so amazing. So usually when I have guests over, I'll let them try this one if they're not really used to tea or loose leaf tea, just because it's a little bit on the sweeter side. So this one's really good. I've been grabbing for this over and over again, and also just kind of giving it to those around me. Actually, Trader Joe's started carrying their own brand of loose leaf tea, which, I mean, I know that they used to do before, but it was kind of exclusive to the holidays. They would have like the tea tin kits and stuff that you could buy. I actually got one for one of my winners from my Christmas, my 4 weeks of Christmas giveaway last year. But they actually started carrying these small, like, little loose leaf bags. So this one is the Earl Grey de la Creme, and this one actually has like vanilla in it, like vanilla, let me see. Yeah, it actually has vanilla bean in it. This took me a while to get used to, just because I usually like my Earl Grey very strong and very kind of like kick you in the face. I don't like to add milk or cream or sugar. I literally just have it how it is, being able to see kind of those oils float to the top, and it's just, that aroma just gets me every time. So this was a little bit on the sweeter side and a little bit more mild. So because of that, I was kind of like, but I don't know. Once I feel like after the first couple times of me having it, I just kept going back and grabbing it more and more. All right, beauty. I feel like I mentioned this way back on my channel at one point, but this is the mini highlight stick by Vitastik. And this recently became like one of my favorites again. I had used it early on in my YouTube career, stopped using it for kind of some time, and then have recently been picking it up for almost every single video. And I just love this. It's just like this cream stick. It's super smooth and blends really, really well. I love putting this on the inner corner of my tear ducts. I actually have it on now and probably in my last like 10 videos that I've done. But I've been mixing this with the Fenty matchstick. Which one am I using? Rum. So I'll put this on my inner tear ducts and then rum on my actual lids. If you're wondering like what eyeshadows I've been wearing for the past 10 videos, it's been this and the Fenty matchstick. All right, and since I mentioned Fenty, okay, so I've had their matchsticks pretty much since her line launched. But recently I had just, you know, for my birthday was on the 22nd of January, Team Aquarius. But recently I just went to Sephora on my birthday and decided, you know, I really wanted to get the full size of the foundation. I had tried a bunch of samples and there was so many different shades that I feel like could be my shade at any point during the year that it took me so long to be able to finally decide on one. I finally got a foundation and I just love this. Okay, so I was using the Milani full cover, I don't even remember, but it's the Milani one that's like super controversial on YouTube. I feel like some YouTubers are like, hey, this is pretty great, and other YouTubers hate it. So I recently have been switching over to this. I'm wearing this today, and this is honestly probably the best foundation that I've ever worn. And I feel like that's just because with my skin tone, it's very difficult for me to find foundations that match my skin tone. There's very, very few, and the only other one that I found besides this that pretty much matched my skin tone almost exact was the Milani one, and that one is just very, a little heavier and it's greasier, and I already have oily skin to begin with, so this being more of a matte finish has been just like amazing for me, and I could do super light coverage with this and feel confident going out, and I could do, you know, almost a full beat with this and feel comfortable. So, all right, next is Bite Beauty. So I had never tried their products before. I actually got this kit because, as of course most of you know, you can go to Sephora on your birthday, and I don't think you have to buy anything. You could just go up and as long as you have your Beauty Insider card, you can get your free little birthday kit. So this one's from Bite Beauty. It comes with a lipstick, a kind of like lip crayon that the girl called a lip liner, but it's kind of thick for a lip liner, I feel like. Oh, and then it came with an agave lip balm. But this lipstick shade, I'm actually wearing this lipstick. I didn't do the lip liner. I did my other favorite lip liner that I love, the one by NYX. But this lipstick shade is just so pretty. I love it because it's a little bit darker than like a normal kind of mauve nude colors that I usually gravitate towards, but this is kind of in that same family but just a little bit darker, which I love for winter. So I've just been grabbing for this. I love it, and I actually have it on in this video. So I'll let you guys know what I think about the lip liner later, but as of right now I've just tried the lipstick. Next, beauty wise, I know I've mentioned my Andalou recovery cream. This is my night cream that I use. And then my argan oil. I've definitely mentioned both of these on my channel at some point or another, but recently I've been loving kind of combining them, taking a little bit of my night cream and then adding like a drop or two of this at night, and just really using that to moisturize my skin. My skin's been loving like the little bit of extra moisture, especially around the side of my face, because I feel like that's when I'm most dry, is kind of like in this area, and then my T-zone is kind of obviously the more oily kind of side. So I've been loving combining those and just kind of giving my skin like a little extra something, a little extra boost. All right, jewelry. I only have 2 pieces. This necklace is actually a thrift buy that actually one of my coworkers, she loves going thrift shopping like me. We're always like sharing thrift secrets. But she actually got this necklace. She was thrift shopping, got this necklace, and then we always kind of like exchange and trade jewelry, and then she gave me this necklace. So I've just been wearing this all winter. I just love how it's kind of like that amulet, kind of like cool chick vibe. So I've been actually combining this. Like, this has been an outfit all freaking winter, is like this jacket or this sweater with this necklace and like some high-waisted black jeans and black boots. And I don't know, I've just been like, kind of like loving that vibe, like chunky sweaters and like big, huge, like chunky chunky necklaces and, you know, just boots and like dark jeans with like a dark jacket. I've just been loving that vibe like all winter long. And then I mentioned this in my thrift video as well, is these Mr. K earrings. I'm wearing them today. I love these earrings. I feel like they go with so many things. I could dress them up, dress them down, super cute. All right, so books. Recently I've been reading I Wear the Black Hat by Chuck Klosterman. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. But this book, honestly, I just pulled it up on a list on Google. I was just like, you know, books to read for this year that are kind of associated with, you know, a bunch of the other books that I've read, and this book came up and I was just like, that's an interesting name. So I checked it out and I read it, and honestly, like, this was one of the most, it's so hard to describe, but it's like such a bizarre book to write about, I feel like. It's pretty much about villains. And he kind of talks about the history of villains, like all the way from when you kind of get this archetype of the villain who's tying the woman to the train tracks and kind of like where that comes from, all the way up to professional athletes, up to presidents, and kind of anybody else that we would consider a villain for certain reasons. But then he kind of brings up people that are very, very dark, and people that kind of have these crazy mindsets and stuff that would normally be considered villains, but because they did something that maybe as society we see as cool or as edgy or as revolutionary, that we didn't consider them villains, and kind of how some heroes can be seen as villains. And I don't know, it's just a really, really interesting and bizarre book to read. I don't know, it honestly, it just feels like the author, he's just like sitting down and having this conversation with you and trying to convince you of all these different things. And I'm just gonna read you one quote from the book that I thought just was super, super cool. I can't find it, but it's something to the effect of, a villain is the person who knows the most and does the least. And on the flip side, the hero is the person that knows the least and does the most. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. That way you guys know when I'm posting new videos. I've been posting videos twice a week lately, sometimes a little bit more, just depending on what I have going on. So you're definitely gonna get 2 videos and then some. So like this video if you wanna see more. I'll be posting more as usual. Make sure to do well and be well, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.